another class with me, with teacher Elena. Today we are going to explain something of English, okay? So let's check what your book says. Here we have your book. And on Tuesday, you had to listen to a dialogue between Robbie and Lily, okay? So, Robbie, Robbie says, "Hi Lily, where were you this morning?" And Lily says, "I was at the shopping center with my mom and dad." And Robbie says, "What did you buy?" And Lily says, "Can you guess?" Guess, adivinar, can you guess? It's a machine. It's used for heating food. Heating, calentar, heating food. And Robbie says, "Is it a microwave?" "Yes, it is. Well done." Robbie, "Did you buy anything else?" And Lily says, "Yes, I did. It's used for drying your hair." And Robbie says, "A hair dryer." So here we see two sentences of the grammar that we are going to learn. The first one is this one. It's used for heating food. And the other one is, it's used for drying your hair. What are we going to learn? We're going to learn how to explain what we can use a machine for, or anything, a machine or anything. For example, I can use my phone for calling, or a phone is used for calling. There are two ways of saying it. I can use this for this, or this is used for this, okay? So the first thing that we need is the subjects, okay? That is the fridge, the washing machine, the toaster, the microwave, hair dryers, DVD players, blah, okay? If it's singular, we have to say a fridge is used for, and then whatever. If it's plural, that is if we have many things, for example, microwaves, like all the microwaves, are used for, and then whatever. And then we have to write a verb with ing, keeping, washing, making, hitting, drying, watching, jumping, running, okay, reading, writing, okay? For example, a pencil is used for writing notes, for example. But I can also say markers are used for making beautiful titles for English, okay? So remember, we have an object, whatever the object. It can be a machine, that is the vocabulary of this unit, a toaster, a microwave, a hair dryer, a printer, but it can be any object. For example, a phone, for example, a marker, for example, potato, for example, a lamp, okay? Any object, and then is, if it's singular, if it's only one, are, if it's plural, if there are like many objects, and then used for, be careful with this D, and then verb with ing, jumping, reading, washing, making, hitting, cooking, any verb, any action with ing, okay? And then whatever. Okay, you can even like not write the black part, you can only write the green part. For example, a pencil is used for writing. That's it, writing. You don't have to write for writing in the notebook. Only writing is good. I'm going to explain you in the beautiful whiteboard. 1 second. Okay, so first of all, today is Thursday, 14th of May, 2020, okay? And what we have learned is that the first thing we need is an object. For example, a phone, a telephone, okay? A phone, and then is used for, what do we use a phone for? For many things. Is used for calling, calling, llamar, calling, okay? A phone is used for calling. And then we can write for calling the teacher. Okay, we can use another one. For example, a book. We can use any object, machines, or any object in the world. A phone, a book. Is used for reading, mainly. Remember, calling, reading, okay? So, a phone is used for calling the teacher. A book is used for reading, okay? This is the same as we can use a phone for calling, or we can use a book for reading. We just say it in a different way. Instead of saying, I can use a phone for calling, we say, a phone is used for calling. But it is the same. It means the same. The meaning, significado is the same, okay? And then in plural, it could be another object. A pencil, ooh. No, in plural. Pencils are used for, I don't know, writing and drawing. Okay? Do you see the difference? If we say a phone, that means one phone is used for. A book, that means one book is used for. But if we say pencils, that means like many pencils are used for, because are is for plural, is for singular. Okay, and as you can see, we can add something after the verb. Okay, we can write the verb and then something more, or only the verb, or more than one verb. We can write 2 verbs, or 3 verbs, or 4 verbs, as many verbs as you want. Okay, so pencils are used for writing and drawing. A book is used for reading, but we can also say a book is used for reading and learning. Okay? Yes, more or less. Or a bag is used for putting books inside. Okay? We always say the object and then is used for or are used for, and then the verb with ing, okay, with ing. And then, and how do we say that something is not, that we cannot use something for something? Well, we can say, I'm going to leave the objects, I'm going to use the same objects, okay? We can also say, for example, a phone is not or isn't, that is the same, isn't, is not or isn't, okay? A phone is not used for eating. Okay, a phone is not used for eating. You can't eat a phone. I'm going to try just in case. Too hard. No. So we can say a phone is not used for eating, or a phone isn't used for eating. Okay? A book. Let's think what we cannot use a book for. A book isn't used for dressing. You cannot dress with a book, so it's not used for dressing. Para vestirse, for dressing. Okay, and then pencils. What can not use pencils for? Pencils, be careful, are not or aren't. Remember, it's plural, okay? Aren't used for pencils aren't used for calling. Let me try, maybe I can. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to try to call you. Let's see if I can. Beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. No. No. Pencils aren't used for calling. Pencils aren't used for calling. Pencils are used for writing. Okay? So that is negative. And then how can we ask about what we can do with an object? We can write for example, what is a phone used for? And then a phone is used for calling, okay? Another idea. What are pencils used for? Pencils are used for writing, and pencils are not used for calling. Okay? Oh, my lines are like this. And another one. What was the other object? What is what was the other one? Phone, pencils, a book. What is a book used for? Okay, so here we have the questions. What is a phone used for? What are pencils used for? What is a book used for? And we can also say, is a phone used for calling? Yes, it is. Are pencils used for eating? No, they aren't. Is a book used for dressing? No, it isn't. Okay, do you see the type of questions that you can make? You can ask, what is a phone used for? Or you can ask, is a phone used for something? Okay, those are the two types. Okay, so I hope you understand. If you don't understand something, tell me, okay? Tell me, ask me, leave comments here, write in Dojo, whatever you need, okay? Goodbye, love you.